Hello, I'm Alanna.
Hello, I'm Brianna.
And we are Fionn, and this is Records of My Life.
Mirror, mirror, when I look too much, wanna crack your glass, 'cause you took my love. I was okay until the day you traded me in for a magazine fame.
So guys, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having us.
So much for having us.
And as you know, it's an educational show about music. You're going to educate us about, some of the music you grew up on and tell us about some good records that we should know about. And so let's go back a little bit. I mean, you're still young. I said that earlier, but you're still obviously, your parents were both musicians. So what kind of albums did they have in their collection which inspired you?
Ooh. All right. Well, Elton John was their favorite.
Yeah,
they're both Elton John nuts. So that was actually our first concert when we were 7 years old.
Wow.
We went to see Elton John with our parents. So, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road.
That's our dad still loves that record. And then it's funny because our parents, they both loved Elton John, but they have very different tastes. My dad, unfortunately, didn't like Fleetwood Mac, which I don't agree with.
Oh.
So our mom raised us on Rumours. So every time we were driving in the car, we'd be listening to Rumours, and so every time I get really nostalgic when I hear that record, even now. But I feel like it's very timeless. So even when I was a kid, when I was listening to it, I wasn't like, oh, this sounds old. There was some stuff that we thought sounded old, but Rumours, I had no idea what era it was from until I was older, and I was like, really?
It's just so good.
Was there an album that you two guys played along to? Which the first record you remember, really listening to and really wanting to learn how to play?
Ooh,
I feel like at the beginning, it wasn't one specific record, but it was a lot of different songs that our parents were introducing us to. So The Boxer, we sang for years by Simon and Garfunkel, and I absolutely love what's it, the Bridge.
Bridge Over Troubled Waters.
Bridge Over Troubled Waters records. I feel like all my records, they all, when you're on Spotify, unfortunately, that's the way it is these days. You're, on a streaming website, and you're kind of listening to the record as a whole and not, always, or listening to so many records at once that, the titles are...
Bridge Over Troubled Waters.
Yeah, but
I love that record.
Yeah,
our dad kind of introduced us to Simon and Garfunkel, so that'll bring him up another notch.
That makes up for the rumor. That makes up for the rumor slip. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
They were pretty good.
Yeah.
Do you think there's an album that everybody should have in their collection?
I don't know. I think Joni Mitchell Blue. I love that album. I over-listened to it. I'm going to have to go back now, but about a year ago I over-listened to it. And it just...
I'm back on the Blue train now. On the bus on the way here, I was just listening to Blue. Yeah.
It's just awesome.
Oh, she's such a good songwriter.
She's great songwriter.
It's just painting pictures.
Yes.
In the mind's eye. That's what she does.
Let's jump to the modern, a bit more modern era. What album, is there something today? What artist should we be listening to? Something today that's new and refreshing?
It's funny because we kind of have different tastes a little bit, right? Right now I'm really into this artist Sza. Have you ever heard of her?
Sure.
She has this album called Control. That's what it's called. It's called Control, and it's so good. I've been listening to it nonstop for a couple months now, but you don't really listen to Sza as much, right?
No, I do. I really like her a lot.
But you gravitate more towards folky things?
I'm really liking the new Florence and the Machine record, High as Hope. Yes, I'm liking that a lot right now. And also Blonde by Frank Ocean.
Okay, that one we're together on. We both love Blonde.
I've been listening to that one a lot, and it just, the whole record, because I've just been listening to it as a whole rather than song, singles or because I feel you do that a lot these days with streaming sites. You're listening to just singles, but I've been listening to Blonde as a whole, and the whole thing just keeps me feeling like I'm just about to cry. I'm right on the edge of I'm just about to...
In a good way.
In a good way, though.
In a good way.
Is that what it is about Frank Ocean? That because he's been referenced a lot, and he's super popular, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what grabs people in? Is the soul, the soul aspect of it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. All the songs just are very sad. There's just this underlying sadness that...
But
People just gravitate
maybe this
towards,
like
I guess.
desperation or something. I love songs that make me sad sometimes, like to make me really feel.
Sure.
And that record does that for me right now.
Sure. Well, I mean, it makes you feel alive, right? Like feeling, because, you know, like you want to recognize when you're feeling happy, you're feeling sad. It's like, you're like, shit, I feel happy now, right? It's like, wow, this kind of feels good.
Yeah.
But I don't want to turn into this pop psychology. Pop psychology with Dad here. What's a good record to start a party with? Because I've tried unsuccessfully to DJ a couple times, and I've never. So today, like, what's?
Oh, just like modern.
It could be modern, could be old. Give me a really good album.
Like for me, because like the music I like to dance to is
I know,
maybe a
we
bit different than like what other people like to
I know
dance
our party
to.
playlist is kind of weird.
I have I've got some Abba on my party playlist.
Oh, totally.
Abba Gold.
A lot of 80s, like pop, cheesy 80s pop. That's usually what But like, I've never put a specific album on.
No.
You know what would probably be a good one actually though? Dexys Midnight Runners. Do you know?
Yes,
Yeah,
of
from
course.
the 80s.
Yeah.
When I want to dance, I usually put on their album. I can't remember what it's called though. Isn't that bad? It's the one with Come On Eileen.
Come On Eileen, yeah.
Yeah, is that what it's called?
Let's talk about your record. Enough about other artists. Tell us about your album and like who worked on it and where we're gonna find it, and give us a bit of a background, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was produced by Louise Burns, who has become kind of like our sister, and we really clicked for this record. Like I don't know,
had so much fun in the studio recording it.
And just like so many ideas flying around. It was the first time we ever experienced anything like that. So
nice.
Because we'd always just like written songs by ourselves in our rooms, but then finally to have like a bunch of other people kind of like, I don't know, coming in and like
a bunch of other creative minds.
Yeah, like making it sound the best that it can be.
Let's give a shout out to Louise Burns because she's local. What's a good record from her
Louise?
catalog?
Young Mopes is her most
Young
recent,
Mopes.
and I love it. I absolutely do. Yeah.
I think that's my favorite one, Young Mopes. It's really
And
good.
where do we find her records? Is she on? She's on.
Yeah, she's on
Light
Spotify.
Organ or 604.
She's on Light
on
Organ.
Light Organ.
Yeah.
Light Organ?
Yeah.
Well, best of luck with everything. We appreciate you being on the show, and we just like to ask one more question. We need some advice or words of wisdom.
I don't know, my words of wisdom. Nobody wants to see a picture of your lunch on Instagram.
That's excellent. Thank you. Thank you for being the voice of reason, because that's really good.
Yeah.
So,